For some reason, storytelling was always something that came very naturally to me. I love the magic of stories, and I love the idea of sharing stories with other people. I love being read aloud to, and that was an introduction to the whole idea of storytelling. But then the idea of creating my own stories was a really exhilarating discovery, and then illustrating them as well. I used to, I had two wonderful younger sisters with whom I'm still very close, and we had this process as children we called telling stories on paper, where I would sit between the two of them with a large stack of blank paper in my lap. It was actually paper that my accountant father brought home from his office that had facts and figures on one side and then blank, and they were white on the other side. So he rescued them from the paper shredder or the copy machine and brought them home, and I could use the white side for drawing. So it was a really wonderful, extensive supply of materials, and I would put one of those big stacks of paper in my lap, make up a story for my two younger sisters who were sitting on either side of me, and draw the pictures as I went along, passing a drawing to each one of them as I continued the narrative. And we called this process, as I say, telling stories on paper, and we had spent many, many happy hours during my childhood sharing those stories, and they were a really supportive audience, and I think they were, had I not been their older brother, they probably would not have been nearly as compelled to sit there during these endless rants, but they were very, very patient about doing so. My sisters they all loved to read. They were all readers, and they loved being read to. But I think the storytelling thing was my particular obsession, and I think I was so domineering about it that they probably were wonderful storytellers, but I intimidated them without meaning to the point where they never really took it up themselves. Although my younger sister Martha is a wonderful artist, and she's a professional artist, and paints beautifully, and does cards for the National Wildlife Federation, and exhibits her watercolors, and I'm one of her biggest fans.